Hey, what is up, guys? Semo here, Semoski, and today we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour, and we're going to be starting with number one. This is going to be a long line of sketchbooks, and just me going through around 12 of them. Actually, I did post a video. If you're on the YouTube channel, I did post number 11. I accidentally put 12, but it was actually 11. Just miscounted how many sketchbooks I had actually completed. This starts from around 2010. So this is how long, I've been drawing for. But again, these are just sketchbooks. These are actually completed sketchbooks. I have other ones that are not necessarily completed, and I actually don't complete them often, just because I don't mark them and I don't, organize them frequently. So I try to get as many as I can completed, but sometimes I just can't. So without further ado, let's just start with the first one. So this started November 12th, 2019. And the way I order these from like 1 to 12 is the one that is the earliest, but it also was finished the earliest is number one. So I believe there's other sketchbooks in here that were actually completed in like they actually started in 2011, but since this one was completed first, it's number one. So as you can see, this was I found some image on YouTube, I believe, and I redrew it. So as you can see here, um, yeah. Oh yeah, and I just changed it to say before I said like vote for Pedro, but I wrote vote for Semo. Really enjoyed this one. This is a good opener. Again, this was just practicing, seeing how I can do. I was about 16 years old, maybe 16 or 15, something like that. Well, yeah, 15, 16. As you can see, these were relatively when I was still young. I think I was 15. So you can see this is a zombie version of Sleeping Beauty, I believe. And then just some sketches. A lot of them are going to be random. There's no real craziness to this sketchbooks. To most of my sketchbooks, there's nothing too crazy about them. Just practicing, practicing, practicing. So yeah, these were character designs. Oh, let me see if I can grab it from here. As you can see, I'm still practicing like forms and bodies and stuff like that. These were a little bit later on, so I was a little bit older actually when I drew these. As you can see later on during the sketchbook tour, some of these were done when I was like in my 20s. I believe, maybe. I'm not too sure. Maybe I was like 19 or something. Yeah, just random sketches here and there. It's one of my favorite images here. Oh, this is actually one of my favorite sketchbooks because this is where I actually started to really like what I was drawing. This is, this is one of them. Really, really enjoy this one. It's just so weird. Really like it a lot. Practicing for the face. I drew Batman here. Another one of my favorite images here. I want to get this tattooed. Again, some of these, so after the first couple pages, all of these are kind of my own creations. I'll let you guys know, like, this wasn't used by reference or anything. I just decided to draw this. So, yeah, from here, probably for most of it, like I said, I'll let you know when I use references and where the references came from, hopefully, if I can remember. This, just a random Batman sketch that I did. Where did I do this one? No, random Batman picture from online. Practicing some anatomy, drawing a chair for some reason. This was a Hulk reference, but I changed it up. Yeah. So I needed to get the whole seat in there and everything down. It's actually another one of my favorite images that I've drawn. If If I redraw this, I'm pretty sure I could do a better job, but, you know, I like it. Kind of end of the world, smoking hookah type thing. This was actually one of my other favorite, again, one of my favorite sketchbooks because a lot of it is actually completed in terms of sketching and stuff. This was one of my favorite images. Obviously, Rick from Rick and Morty. And I forgot the show. Something about hero thing. I used to watch it when I was a kid. I completely forgot what this was. But again, one of my favorite. Yeah, this show used to mess me up, but I love this show. So I thought it was a cool idea to do like Rick and Morty opening a, or Rick opening a portal, and these characters pop out. Would actually be very interesting. Crossover event would be amazing. Damn, the show escapes me just because it's been so long. But something about Team Force, something like that. Random whatever sketch. Another. This is actually where I started to find my like weirdness in terms of just drawing what I wanted to draw rather than trying to copy and use references. This was kind of the start of it. Again here, another start of it. You guys, if you've been on my channel for a while, well, not really, but I've been drawing this sketch a lot. There's no, things here, like there's no dates. I messed up. So I didn't start doing dates until later on. Some eyes. Just references here. Or this wasn't reference, I was just bored and wanted to draw whatever the fuck that was. This was for a friend of mine. He asked me to do this. And I was supposed to do it on canvas, but he didn't pay me, so I didn't. So this was just a rough draft of it. Another one of, again, finding my style of like weirdness. I actually enjoy this one a lot. Practicing landscapes. This was supposed to be like a rough draft for a mural. Not a mural, for a canvas painting, like a big canvas painting, but the person didn't want it anymore, so I stopped. I guess I can see why, but I think this didn't come out bad. Obviously, if I had more time, I would have did better, especially now. As Batman reference, the joke, Batman Who Laughs. Again, that was used by reference. Just a normal, whatever the fuck that is. A little creature there. This was the first. I was practicing like what I wanted, like my what's it called? My little character to be, and this was like the first draft of that, of me creating that character. And so you guys can probably see it on some of my things that you really, really enjoy drawing that character. You'll see it later on too. Just reference, well, not references. I drew these just off the top of my head, but as you can see, he doesn't have a face. This is the face that goes on his face. 1/4/19. So this is when I started to put in my put back my dates. So I was probably around 22, 23 maybe. Some of these, they don't, this one, I used some reference scroll, I don't know what, but just to use the side profile and stuff like that. A lot of times when you see stuff like this, either there was a reference, like, kind of like a loose reference, but then everything else was just me adding it. Actually, I don't think this was a reference, because reference photos wouldn't have some of the things that they have here. So I think I actually drew this from the top of my head. Yeah, because if I would have drawn in reference, I would have drawn the skull's jaw not connected to the face, because the skulls don't have this connection here. It's actually a joint, so I would have drawn the joint there, but I didn't. So yeah, this was from the top of my head. This was, I don't even know where the fuck this came from. I knew obviously the figure came from someone, I don't know who. Probably Instagram model. That's where most of the women type of figures I draw come from. But everything, obviously, the face and everything. It's actually a really good image. Sometimes I don't know where the fuck some of my mental shit comes from. That's dope. Wow. This is me practicing drawing weird characters again. That's going to pop up a lot, actually. Here you go again. I was kind of speed rolling through this. Wow. It's cool. Another one. Yeah, we're going to get more into like just drawing weirdness here. A boot stepping on what seems to be a face. Yeah, because it's an eyeball. One of my favorite images. I've drawn this hundreds of times now. Very cool. But this is where it came from. I don't know how the fuck I drew this. Again, some of these images, my favorite images, and I don't... Actually, most of the images you probably have seen probably come from this sketchbook. Another one. This was the first draft of many. Actually, I do have a print of this, but the original print, not the new print. So yeah, fun image. I loved it so much. Another one. I have another print of this as well. The newer one is a lot better. I have the original print. So nice. Wow. Again, I haven't done anything with this. I would love to. But I don't know. I really like the idea here. It's so interesting. Like an elephant who's a pirate, and they're on a planet with 3 suns or moons, whatever it may be. And then there's a freaking kraken in the back. That's so dope, man. But the whole planet is full of water. Wow. Wow. This is another very interesting photo. This is actually supposed to be part of my comic book series, I believe. Yeah. This is supposed to be one of the gods that are in there. Not a bad guy, but just not, he's just a normal dude. Not a normal dude. It's supposed to be like, there's a whole story behind him. That thing in the back is supposed to be a black void. And that black void is, something. Another image, one of my favorite as well. Again, like I said before, and I will keep saying it throughout the sketchbook, this is probably my favorite sketchbook in terms of finding my creativity and stuff like that, and finding like what works for me. And as you can see, a lot of these things work very well for me, in my opinion. Another one. This is supposed to be resemblance of, let me see. Like this one was supposed to be one of the gods in the series. This was supposed to be another one. But I should do more with this. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, it was really good. Wow. I should use this more. Damn, that's a good idea. This is another god who's supposed to be in the series. My imaginative mentalities, I don't know how. This is supposed to be another god in the series, but as you can see, he's here. So this character and the character in the back here are supposed to be the same character. I've redrew this one in a different manner. Actually like a full thing. I haven't posted it. So yeah, keep an eye open for that one. I've drawn this one where it's actually a full figured character, and then the back character I haven't drawn in yet because again he's supposed to be like part of the gods in my universe. Actually, it's a good idea. I should be drawing the gods here. This was just practice. A friend drew that one. She was trying to practice drawing. That's funny. I was just practicing some charcoal here. Not very good. I was drawing an image for one of my books, but nah. I'd rather have taken a picture of it. This is practicing for an eyeball. As you can see, my charcoal got a lot better. It's very interesting, very fun. This was supposed to be another god, but I goofed. I could have did better. I don't like the idea. I like the idea, but just didn't work out. This was sketches, illustrations for my first book that I made. Oh, similarly this one as well, these two. But I scrapped those. This was supposed to be a face of one of the gods, but I tossed that idea out. Practicing some... What was it? Prismacolor pencils and stuff like that. Not very good. Another one of my favorite things I've drawn. Wow, I need to redraw this. This is actually creepy. Very nice. This was not in the book, but again, one of my favorite pieces because I drew it with just pen, and that's funny. And then obviously a shark and a fucking lion. I don't know where some of these things come from. This is another thing that popped up in the book, but this is very interesting. I don't want to redraw it, but I just like this. Again, I like the idea here. I really wanted to finish this, but too much was happening. If you guys can't notice, it's a dragon. This is so wild. So it is an alien riding a unicorn, and the unicorn is riding on top of the dragon while fighting a butterfly, a giant butterfly. Yeah, don't ask me, man. I want to redraw this though, because this is so weird. I don't know how the fuck I came up with this, but just, yeah, don't ask. Another what the fuck sketch. This was a still life of my house, I believe. Yeah. Very fun. That's my name in graffiti. If you guys don't know, a little backstory for me is I started out as, I didn't start out. At first I started out as an artist. Then I transferred over to graffiti, and I learned a lot in graffiti. And so I passed that over to the rest of my art. This was supposed to be Angelina Jolie, but it came out like Michael Jackson. I was practicing some stuff. This was a Prisma pencil color practice. Did okay. Right now I can do way better. This was practice for doodles, stuff like that. I had fun doing this. Wow, that's dope. Practicing with markers, as you can see. And then I started going into just freehanding some pens. Yeah, pens. I guess that's the best option here. This was fun. I enjoyed this one a lot. Actually, I believe I have a video of this one up somewhere. Same thing with this. And a lot of these, actually, I think I have videos of. So strange. Wow, these are actually really weird. I know I'm a weird artist, but these are very interesting because those were all done with just plain old freehanding. No sketches or anything. This was a Instagram reference. I don't know where it came from. Just random drawing online. Another one. But I kind of did this in my own style here. The name is there, so if anybody can see that. This was just me doing some graffiti. You know, practicing with that. Like I said, some of these I'm just trying to fill up the book so I can finish it. This was in 2019 still. So this is probably the most amount of time I've spent on the book in terms of, obviously from 2012 to 2019. But in 2019, I think, since I finished this book in 2019, most of the images here come from 2019. So this is a personal reference. Yeah. Another one where Instagram inspired by Haley Plus. Another random image. Randomness. So yeah, just skip through these. There's not much to say except I was just practicing how to draw, you know, with a pen. Not a pen, like a marker / pen, fine liners and stuff like that. I don't know why I skipped this page. Maybe I'm on, yeah, it's because the next page. Oh. Let's check that out. Here we go. So this was another reference by Stephanie. It was inspired by Stephanie. I don't know who Stephanie is, but I'm pretty sure you guys seen this before somewhere. If you're a part of the art community, this was a random sketch. Another one, Loathsome inspired. So added my early insignia there. And then we go into this one. I had fun drawing this because it's so broken and weird. Then we get to this one. I was trying something different. So as you can see, the pictures are open up here. So as you can see, it starts out like this. There's like a story. Hold on. So there's like a story. So then you open it. And the story is like this way, right? But then you fold it like this. And then the story connects over here into this part as well. There's a different piece, you know, buildings and stuff. But then you can open it. As you can see, it's even more. Everything's connected. There's a demon with a hand, and yeah, don't ask. Sometimes I do not know what the hell. And then here's go the final page. Here we have something similar to that. I was on a roll. When you guys see stuff like this, it's just me trying to get something in my head out there. Reference by some Spartan drawing. This was something that I decided to draw just to see what I can do. 23. So I turned 23 here. References, drawing. This is when Rocco's Modern Life movie came out. Practice. I drew Spider-Man. There's a name right there that it was inspired by. This is inspired by one of my works. I just redrew it here as a quick sketch. And then we go here with some random drawings. And then here was I was trying to draw some YouTubers. Not so good. These were just done in my own style. Kind of horrible, honestly. And they were done with pen too. It was not pretty that good. Just drawing whatever here. I don't know. Actually, I want to redraw this. This looks pretty decent. Yeah. You have some random sketches here. Again, I was just trying to finish this book. Actually, one of my favorite. I redrew this recently. You guys probably seen it on TikTok, or maybe on YouTube as well. And as you can see, some more sketches, randomness. This was inspired by Rogor. Inspired, yeah. His face with lips, no, tongues as eyeballs. Random sketches. There's a lot of randomness, but you know, this is one of my favorites in terms of the idea. Like, that's so interesting and weird. It's I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can't say that word at all. Gotta give credit where credit is due sometimes. These are just random sketches. Just trying to get out some. I've mentioned this multiple times. I think even in this video, where you guys see some things like this, I'm just trying to like get ideas out, trying to make my hands just draw whatever, and then later on I'll try to use those as references to draw something different or to build upon what I've already drawn. And if I can't, then you know, they just get tossed out. They're still interesting images. It's just I might not need them. Oh, and as you can see, this starts going backwards. So before it was in August of 2019, now we're in June of 2019. Because I started from the back front on some of these images. So that's why some of them look like this compared to the other ones in the future. Or earlier in the sketchbook. As you can see. I've redrew this one so many times. Probably once or twice, not so many. couple of these. I think these two were kind of one of my first digital works that I've ever done. I went back and redrew them digitally, but they were so bad. Not much to say here because these are all like the works in the middle were older than these were or younger than these works. So these works are like really old in turn. This actually says Samosky in Alien script. So not Alien script, ELIEN script that I create, or I didn't create it. The script is something that you can like evolve into, and so I made this. And this is kind of like differences in there. Very nice, very interesting. Another piece of the digital work. When I started to try to like get serious into digital pieces, this is kind of where I started out here. Similar with this too. Another one of my favorite. I don't know how the hell I came up with this, but again, another favorite. It's rare that you're gonna be hearing me talk about how much a sketchbook I really enjoy drawing. But as also you can see that with a lot of the bad, this one has pretty much a lot of the good. And that is all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, it's not that bad. So yep, this was number 1. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for right now we're at 130 subscribers. Thank you very much. This video will be up on TikTok and YouTube. So thanks for following. Have a good day.